If you've played Metal Gear Solid 5 The Phantom Pain, you already know it's a phenomenal achievement of a game. But there are lots of little things that if you're not paying close enough attention, you might miss out that can actually help you in your missions quite a lot. So here's a few tips that you may not know about. First off, this may seem an obvious one, but it isn't. Once you unlock dispatch missions, actually read what you're sending your soldiers to do. There's so much going on in the Phantom Pain, it's fair enough if you miss this stuff, but if you read the missions, what you're actually doing is stopping the flow of equipment to the enemy combatants. So, if you're having trouble because a lot of enemy soldiers are wearing helmets, fucking helmets, then there's a dispatch mission that will enable you to stem the flow of helmets to the soldiers. Same with shotguns, security cameras, and even lights on the end of their guns. It's really important you do this because it will make the game on the whole easier and just a lot more manageable. Another one which involves menus, which I think is a big part of where people aren't knowing this, make sure you organise your staff properly. While it's tempting to just let the game do its job and put staff wherever it thinks they should go, if there's a project that you really want to get done sooner, it may be a case that you can move your staff around and upgrade certain elements, meaning you can get there quicker. Have a look at their skills and where they're placed in the menus, and it's really simple. You can just move them from one unit to another and suddenly, hey presto, you've upgraded a certain research department, and great, you can now get that final Fulton extraction skill. Thirdly, if you're playing like I do, you're putting a Fulton on everything you can. Now while these things go back to your base, what the game isn't clear about telling you is that you can actually sell these things. So those 15 mortar emplacements you've Fulton back there, well, you can just sell them. Now by selling them you actually unlock other research projects, so it's good to actually get into the practice of making sure you haven't got too much of something, even if you're worried, that later on you might need it. There's always stuff to Fulton in the game world, so make sure you do actually sell a few bits now and again. Fourthly, and another simple one but it doesn't really explain itself well, is instead of going to the menus and selecting helicopter and pick up, and although it's not the end of the world and it doesn't take that long, but there are quicker ways of doing it. Go to your map and use the D-pad to go up and down. From there you can straight away request a helicopter or a supply drop, and as you unlock certain characters to use with you, you can actually tell them what to do from there as well. It's a really simple thing, but it's a little tip that I don't think many people are aware of. Finally, for now, this may seem vague, but explore, take it all in, read, try and understand the game because it does things that other games just don't do. So for example, you've probably got a cassette tape somewhere of basically a soldier with dysentery, and you've probably got another tape that's an Afghanistani soldier saying, enemies taken out. Now, what if you were to use those tapes, perhaps with your loudspeaker on your cassette player on, and perhaps you were in a toilet being hunted down and you played the tape of the dysentery soldier on that loudspeaker? I wonder, maybe they would think that it was one of theirs and they would just not bother searching that area. Yeah. But look, I know this is just a short video with a few small tips that just really show how incredible and diverse the world of the Phantom Pain is. I'm only 23 hours into the game and I feel like there's probably going to be another 15 tips like this that aren't clear at first but just make you realise how incredible the game is. So if you do find something that you think is a cool little tip, that is a little aspect of the game that's not overly explained, because why need to explain it? Just let people discover the way we have so far. So please do subscribe to God is a Geek on YouTube and follow us on Twitter at God is a Geek. I've been Adam Cook, and thank you very much for watching. Carla?